Anxiety has gripped the government ministries after President Uhuru Kenyatta instructed all cabinet secretaries to prepare a handover. Now, sources say the president is set to name his new cabinet this week and will meet parliament's leaders today to discuss the timelines of the vetting process. Pressure is already mounting on the president to fire cabinet secretaries perceived to be lazy, as Chris Thairu now tells us.
Truly and diligently serve
the people and the Republic of Kenya.
The people of the Republic of Kenya.
Since the swearing-in of President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto, lobbying for cabinet positions has intensified, with politicians who lost in the August 8th general election and supported the re-election of the Jubilee regime crossing their fingers to be considered in the new lineup. Sources within Jubilee circles intimated to KTN News that the president and his deputy have already finalized on the new list, and there is a likelihood that the new lineup will be unveiled this week. But given that Parliament is set to break for the Christmas recess on Thursday and resume sittings in February next year, the President is on Monday set to meet the House leadership in a bid to push the adjournment to December 21st. This is to allow vetting of cabinet nominees by the Appointments Committee chaired by National Assembly Speaker Justin Muturi and later approved at the plenary. The plan is to have the new cabinet secretaries in office by Christmas.
Magic is the way you are talking. Yes.
However, legislators affiliated to the National Super Alliance Opposition Coalition have already indicated that they will not participate in the vetting of cabinet nominees, terming the president illegitimate and do not recognize his choices.
I've declined to nominate our membership to that committee because, as far as we are concerned, that committee is not necessary. How? Because the office that is supposed to appoint the cabinet secretaries is vacant as we speak.
Parliament has a clear role under Article 95 of the Constitution. So if the minority party will not present the names of their members, it's actually they are absconding their duties. Because that's what they are supposed to do. They are supposed to represent their people here.
The boycott of NASA MPs to participate in the vetting of CSAs will not, however, affect the process, given that the committee can sit as long as there is quorum in the committee.
Tying it to what you are asking about whether it will not be a contradiction when we start oversighting a government that we do not participate in vetting, I don't expect it to reach that level. I expect common sense to prevail, that we get the executive up and running in a proper and procedural manner. So that will work before maybe even oversighting takes effect.
We want to have the right people in place, as the cabinet secretary or the principal secretaries, so that they can implement this agenda of a Jubilee going forward. But that does not compromise the position of a member of parliament under Article 95 of the Constitution to get the right people in the right position as cabinet secretaries or principal secretaries.
Anxiety has gripped current cabinet secretaries, unsure whether they will retain their flags amid intense lobbying from the limited slots in the executive. Some of the politicians being touted to join cabinet include former Budalangi MP Ababu Namwamba, former Funyula MP Paul Otoma, who lost to Busia Governor Sospita Ojamong, former Karachonyo MP Engineer James Rege, former Meru Governor Peter Munya, who was already given a notice of dropping his petition challenging the victory of Meru Governor Kiretu Murungi, former Mombasa Senator Hassan Omar, former Kitui Senator David Musila, as well as former Kajiado Governor David Nkindienye. It is expected to be a delicate balancing act for the president and his deputy, given that they will have to factor in regional, ethnic and gender considerations, as well as rewarding political loyalty and factoring in the Kenyatta legacy, with 2022 succession politics at play. Parliament is also set to vet and approve the names of 27 men and women who have applied to join the East African Assembly beginning this week. Chris Thairu, KTN News in Nairobi.